Afternoon and greetings from Bill Back and Farmer Bill. The funds are from Mays Valley Farm Market and Winery, and backing up here we're doing a little bit more field tile work here back towards the corn maze and the back part of the farm here. Also going to drain a little bit of that back vineyard. There's other posts from last year where we tried to get out and do some of this work, and we got some of it done but not enough, so I'm just hauling a little bit of gravel right now for these guys so they can be fixing some of these holes we got. Wet holes, that is. Okay, let's go back and see what they're doing here. Basically, as I mentioned in another blog post there's systematic tile that runs through this field. Every so many feet we have these pipes that go underneath the ground, and they take the water away, run them to a main, which then takes them to a ditch, which is the Swartz ditch over there, which goes throughout this township. This is the field tile, what it looks like. It goes down on the ground. Plastic pipe, little holes in it, called perforated field tile. The guys go ahead and they dig a trench. You're doing this by hand with a backhoe here. It isn't exactly the way you do it big time, but then here fixing little things. This is usually done with a big ditcher or a trencher. It goes through and puts it right down in the ground. But they've already backfilled a little bit, but you can see they found the main line here, the 6-inch line that runs up through the field here, and they're tying onto it and going to go ahead and run it up and over that way, over towards the haunted corn maze. That was the area here that we had last fall, where we had all the water problems in there. So we got guys here from Tom Rill, excavation and farm drainage, putting in a little bit of field tile here, and try and get our water woes away for next fall and throughout the summer, because we'll be planting this corn maze here shortly, within about a month we get it done. But you can see throughout the field here we've identified problems. They've dug them up, put a little bit of tees off of them to try and get a little bit more drainage out of this ground. This ground is extremely tight. This is a heavy, almost like a gumbo soil, we call it. If you look at it, it's very black. It's very fertile if you get it to drain well, but it packs like clay. It's goo. It's tight, and that's the problem. Even with the field tile in here, it gets tight enough and you can't get the water to percolate down through it. And here's an old piece of tile, like we're talking about, field tile. Well, here's what it was from back in the day. It was actually made from like a clay tile. But that's out in the field here. Those systems are broken. We've since come in and put additional system in with the plastic pipe throughout the field. So that's what we do out here. This is the clay heavy soil. When you get up on those hilltops, it's more gravelly, it drains better. The disadvantage there is that it drains better, but it's not as fertile generally. It doesn't have the nutrient holding capacity that the heavier soils do, or cation exchange capacity it's actually called. And so it's a balancing act. Yeah, you want a nice loamy soil. Sand is great for drainage, but it fires up quick and gets dry fast and doesn't hold a lot of nutrients. The heavy soil, on the other hand, doesn't drain real well oftentimes. And if you add too much water, it doesn't matter, because if you're underwater, you're not growing. So once again, this is Bill Backen. Farmer Bill, the funds are from Mays Valley Farm Market and Winery, out in the corn maze here, getting it started here with getting a little bit more drainage going. Once again, thank you for stopping by.